Right about 15 minutes past the hour now, we have told you about how lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are livid with the White House over intel leaks. But the chair of the House Intelligence Committee saying the leaks are still happening. House Intelligence Committee Chair Mike Rogers is with me now from the Hill. And, sir, good morning to you.
Hey, Bill, good morning.
You say the leaks have not stopped. What's happened since the first report came out, though?
Well, the first reported leak, I assume you're talking about, but there has been at least some negotiations, we understand, between investigators in the White House about interviews that might happen with White House staff. We know that's happened, and we think some interviews have actually happened. My concern is that because the president has been so strong about saying we don't need an independent counsel, and my folks didn't do it, that they need to be a lot more open about and transparent about this investigation. They need to allow the investigators to go anywhere they need to go when it comes to the president's staff. I think that would be incredibly important. And I think the president needs to do two things right now. He needs to say all of the records, phone records, emails, faxes, all of those communications will be made available immediately to investigators in relation to the leaks. And I will release my staff from to be able to tell those reporters that they're no longer obligated to keep his staff confidential if they've had those conversations. If we do that, I think this thing goes away very, very quickly. We can find the individual who has been doing some very damaging things to this country, or individuals, and be done with this so that we can regain the credibility on the world stage. And I'll tell you, it does cause us problems around the world when this stuff happens, and with the intelligence community here in the United States who works abroad, and the really difficult work that they do that they don't want to see on the front page of the paper.
Based on that answer, you hold the president responsible here, clearly, right?
I think the president needs to. I think the president needs to be very forceful about. He was very forceful coming out saying his folks didn't do it. Great, that's fine. But now, Mr. President, you need to say I am going to have full cooperation so that you can look at my staff and the investigators can take the leads where they find them. And given the senior level of access,
why do you believe that has not happened?
Well, I think they were hoping it would just kind of go away. I mean, clearly somebody had senior level access, covert action access, who also had access to the Situation Room. That was just what was publicly reported. And as an old FBI agent, Bill, I can tell you that's a clue that they've got some issues over there that they have to get a handle on. And again, this isn't Republicans. This is Republicans and Democrats. Both committees are very concerned about the damaging leaks. And these may be the most dangerous that certainly I've seen in my lifetime to our national security. If we're going to regain credibility, and the president's going to regain credibility, he needs to step up and say, make it very clear, full cooperation, and we're going to do it now.
As a former FBI guy, why did you say this week it's a crime? Explain that.
Why did I say this week? I'm sorry, Bill?
It's a crime?
Oh, it is a crime to leak this information. Oh, absolutely. When you release classified information in a way that hurts national security or the defense of the United States, that is a felony. And we should treat it like a felony. And these are matters of war and peace. That's what we need to understand here. The information that they've been talking about are al-Qaeda elements and other things in the Yemenis bombing that may, in fact, result in the deaths of Americans or others because of leaks. In addition, you have other programs that were leaked, and some inaccurate, but no less damaging, that will also could interfere with people's decision to go to war or not go to war. These are serious, serious matters.
It is significant.
And we have to treat them seriously.
Right. And you also know that the circle is small for those who are in the Situation Room. Now, there are not many folks to point a finger at, are there?
Well, that list gets pretty small in a hurry, and you can isolate those lists pretty quickly. There are others involved, and sometimes that list can grow out. But as an investigator, you always want to start where you know people had access and work your way out. And if we're going to have to go through a long process of negotiation on who gets interviewed and how long and how many times, or if I can get all of the documents, calendars, emails, phone records, that is critical to an investigation like this, and the release of those individuals from to be able to tell the reporter, hey, you can talk to the investigator about your interviews with me. That's critical, and the president can allow his staff to do all of those things. It hasn't happened yet. I think the longer this goes and the more leaks we see in the paper, it damages the credibility of the United States of America overseas and our ability for our intelligence services to do their work. That's why I think this is so important.
And ultimately trying to figure out where this leads and when. Mike Rogers, thank you. We'll be in touch with you as we move through this story over the coming weeks and likely months ahead. Mike Rogers, thank you from the Hill.
Thank you.